My name is Rachel, and hopefully if you are watching this video, it means you're interested in serving with Mercy ships, or you're soon going to be heading aboard to serve on a hospital ship. I have previously served on the Global Mercy in Sierra Leone, so they're the last field service for 3 months, and I'm soon getting ready to head back to serve for 1 month on the Global Mercy again in Sierra Leone, and I am so excited. I thought it would be really helpful if I made a video of what I'm going to be packing and taking with me to the ship, since it's something I was really worried about what I needed to take with me when I went the first time. So hopefully this video is helpful for you and can serve as a bit of a guide of the types of clothes and other miscellaneous things you may not have thought about taking with you on the ship. A couple important things to know before we dive into what I'm packing. Keep in mind that there is a dress code on the ship, and there's a few reasons for that. We are working with people from all over the world, from different religious and cultural backgrounds, and we want to be respectful of people coming from those differing backgrounds than our own. We are also working with people in the country that we're serving, and we want to be respectful of the culture in country while we're there. Sierra Leone is a predominantly Muslim country, and a lot of the West African countries where Mercy Ships serves are more conservative in how they dress. You can always find more details about your country specifically in a country guide that you will get before you serve. But as far as Sierra Leone goes, for your dress code, for women, it means that nothing can be above your knees. So your knees need to be covered. No low-cut tops, and only wide straps over your shoulders. So nothing where you can see any visible bra straps or anything like that. Typically, I just go ahead and opt for a t-shirt just to make sure that I'm totally covered. The second thing to remember is that you might be in a uniformed role. I work as a ward nurse on the ship. I'm a pediatric ICU nurse. And if you're working on the wards, you do get scrubs provided to you that you can go down and grab, and they get laundered for you as well. So if you're coming to work on the ship as a nurse, you do not need to pack your own uniforms. There are other roles that are also uniformed, like housekeeping, hospitality, the dining crew, the galley crew, all have uniforms for them. So if you're working in a non-uniformed role, that might be working in something like HR, the ship shop, something like that, you're going to maybe need a little bit more clothes or differing clothes for that job role. But I'm going to be talking a little bit more specifically alongside the lines of if you're working in the hospital as a ward nurse, or the amount of clothes you would need if you're working in a uniformed role. So without further ado, let's dive into what I'm packing. First up will be the clothes that I am packing. So as far as pants goes, this was my absolute favorite kind of pant to wear while I was on the ship. It's this really lightweight, athletic kind that's a little bit more moisture wicking. I got these at Target. If you're an American watching this, you can grab it there. These were my favorite for going off ship because they were a little bit lighter, not quite as sweaty. I also didn't have to worry if they got dirty or scratched up or anything. They washed out pretty clean. So I have a couple pairs of these to bring with me this time. Again, all at Target. I have them in green, black, and navy, but you can get them at other stores as well. These, by far, I have just this pair and wished that I had had more while I was there last time. Another common pair of pants that a lot of people will wear is a kind of linen or cotton blend type of pant that's more lightweight. Since we can't be wearing shorts, having something that's lightweight and not too sweaty is perfect. This also feels a little bit nicer than wearing these athletic pants. And then the other kind of pants that I'm going to be taking with me are actually jeans. You may not think that you want a pair of jeans, but I actually wore these a lot when I was on the ship and just walking around. It's nice to have a piece of clothing that makes you feel a little bit nicer, maybe a little bit better dressed. I never wore my jeans off ship. I didn't want to sweat that much, but on the ship, I really enjoyed having just a pair of jeans to throw on. It could go with all of my tops. It made me feel like I had something just a little bit nicer, a little bit better to wear. Just make sure when you do bring jeans, they can't have any holes in them, and no tight skinny jeans. These are more of like a straight leg cropped jean. As far as other bottoms to bring, I would recommend bringing a skirt, a long, nice flowy skirt. These can be really comfy to wear, and we do also do community meetings on Sunday, so it's nice sometimes to dress up a little bit more, put on a nice skirt and just feel a little bit prettier. Or if you're going into town for a nice dinner, or you just need something that's not going to stick to your body entirely while you're out walking, having a skirt can be actually a really nice thing. Also dresses. I think it can be a little bit hard to find a dress that meets like the modesty requirements, but when you do find a dress, it's really great to have. I wore this a few times, especially on those Sundays when we had church in the evening, or if I just wanted to wear something a little bit nicer, feel a little bit more dressed up. This was a great dress for that. As far as tops goes, I like to keep it pretty simple, that I can mix and match pretty much every single thing that I have so that I can get the most wear out of my clothes. So I have just solid colored t-shirts that can pair with pretty much everything. So I have a couple that are like this style, the same t-shirt in black and white. Then I have a couple that are just this style. Old Navy is a really great place to go to get just some basic tops and some basic items, especially if you can find it in the summertime. It's a great spot for a lot of these basics. This came from Old Navy, this Old Navy, and this is all Old Navy. This one I took with me the last time, held up super well with all the washes and all the wear, and it's really comfy, doesn't wrinkle. It's perfect. So I have a few of these, and then this style t-shirt that I just picked up this year, that will mix and match with my skirts and all of my pants. I also have just a few t-shirts to wear. Bring a fun t-shirt, something like special to you from home, so you can have a little bit of your personality on your shirts if you want to, but also just you don't want to get your other shirts dirty. These are great to have as well. And then of course your Mercy Ships cruise shirt, great one to wear when you arrive in the country. Another kind of top I like to have with me was just a button-down top that I could layer over top of my t-shirts or wear on its own, just to change things up a little bit and give me a few more options to styling different things, so I didn't feel like I was wearing the same thing every single day for 3 months straight. So a little bit of variety with this. As far as outerwear goes, I did have this jacket with me, just an athletic black jacket. I wore it a ton. It's actually colder on the ship than you might think. We have really good air conditioning on the GLM. So sometimes you actually do get a little bit chilly, or you can turn the air down in your room and keep it cooler in there. So jackets, actually I wore quite a bit. This I would also wear over top of my scrubs if I couldn't find a scrub jacket. Then I had a little cardigan last time. I'm going to be taking this one this time. This is super duper lightweight cardigan. But I actually ended up wearing a cardigan over my scrubs when I was doing a night shift, or just having another option to be a bit warmer in the evening if you want to do that as well. Also would recommend bringing a rain jacket, especially if you're going to be there in the rainy season. Bring a rain jacket because you'll probably get rained on at some point when you go out. This one I love because it's just super lightweight and packable. But bringing a rain jacket is a great move to have so that you can go out on walks during the rainy season. One of the fun things that we do on the ship is called Funky Fridays. So on Fridays, you can wear a specially patterned top. So that means as a ward nurse, it means you can wear a fun pediatric top if you want to, or what a lot of people do is buy African print fabric and then get that made into a scrub top and then wear their African prints on Friday. So you'll see tons of people walking around the ship on Friday wearing African print tops. I bought this fabric while I was there and then made it into a scrub top. There's tailors that you can take things to if you want to get them made into tops, which is a really fun thing you can do. It's buy fabric, take it to a tailor, get it made into skirts, dresses, overalls, pants, whatever it is that you're feeling. So you have a way of actually getting more clothes while you're there as a cool souvenir with some really fun fabric. So if you are a nurse that has fun printed tops, I'm a pediatric nurse, so I have some that have like koalas and whales and stuff on them. I brought those with me last time so I could wear a fun pediatric top on Friday with my scrubs, but I'm just going to take this one that I made last time, have on Fridays. I just have some pajama pants to wear in my room while I'm sleeping at night. And then for working out, you can't be wearing shorts in the gym because you still will have to walk through the ship to get to the gym. It is really nice that we have actually a really good gym down on deck 2 on the GLM. But this is not an outfit you'd put together probably in the States if you're going to go work out. But it is an outfit that I saw happen on the GLM when people were working out. It is shorts over top of a pair of leggings. So you still get to wear your workout clothes, but layer them in a more modest way. For me personally, I probably would just stick with wearing my more athletic pants that I already have. But I did like having this pair of shorts if we were off ship staying at the beach or something. Just having a pair of shorts I could pull on over top of my swimsuit was really nice. Speaking of going to the beach, bring a swimsuit with you. It is a little bit hard, girls, to find a swimsuit that's going to meet all of the modesty requirements. It needs to be pretty much straight across, cover you up on top a bit better. Shouldn't have any cutouts or anything on the back, and should have full coverage on the back side. So finding a modest swimsuit can be a bit of a stretch sometimes. But one of the really fun things that we get to do is go to some absolutely beautiful beaches all around Sierra Leone. It's a great thing to do on one of your off days is go to the beach. So bring a swimsuit. Also, there's a pool on board. On deck 11, there is a pool that you can go and swim in as crew. It's not huge. It's not much, and it was broken a lot of time that I was there, but it does exist. It is there. So you do have a chance to just go and relax on deck 11 in the pool in your swimsuit. While I was there last time, I bought this little wrap that I can use as a cover-up if we do go to the beach. And then bring a beach towel. You'll get towels and stuff for the bathroom on board, but it's not one I would want to take off the ship to use as a beach towel or a pool towel. There are also pools at hotels that allow us to come and swim at their pools. So bring a beach towel that you can take out for those kinds of activities. The other thing to bring with you, obviously, is some shoes. So I brought work shoes, tennis shoes that I could wear to work and work out in. To walk around the ship, I mainly wore my Birkenstocks. They're really bulky to pack, so I probably won't be taking them this time since I'm packing a little bit less. But just like some flat sandals to wear around the ship. These are what I'll be wearing most of the time if I'm not at work. For going off of the ship, I wore mainly my Tevas off ship. It's good to have a sandal that straps completely to your feet, especially when you're walking up and down the gangway. It can get really steep depending on where the tide's at. So having a shoe that's going to securely stay on your foot to get up and down the ship is a good move. So these were great. Also could wash them off if any gross things in the street got on them. And then I also am going to be taking just a pair of some sneakers that I can wear off of the ship. These are pretty easy to clean. Actually just threw my last pair away when I left the last time. But having a different sneaker to wear off the ship, I pretty much only wore these or these when I was going off ship. And speaking of going off the ship, this is the bag that I took with me off ship every single time. Just a nice little crossbody bag. It actually perfectly fit the Nalgene in it, which was great. It also has a pocket on the back So any of my valuables I just put in here and it was up against me. So I didn't have to worry about any safety of my things. They were right up against me. So if you're gonna bring a bag to go off of ship with, this is the kind of bag I would recommend. Specifically having a pocket that's gonna sit up against you to keep all of your things safe. So this one works great for me. It's what I'll be taking with me again. Another kind of bag that's really nice to have is a tote bag. I took this off ship a few times when I went to like go buy fabric, or I knew I'd be buying some stuff. So I'd pack the tote bag into this bag and pull it out when I needed it. But just having a tote bag to take around the ship is really nice if you want to go up to deck 9 and maybe take your computer with you and a journal and, you know, a book up there. This was really great to help carry those kind of things around for you. So definitely recommend having a tote bag, or if you go to the ship shop, need a bag to put stuff in. So bring a tote bag, it comes in handy way more times than you think. Some miscellaneous things that you may not have thought about as far as things that you have to do on the ship is laundry. There are washers and dryers on the ship, so you're able to clean your clothes pretty easily. You can do your laundry. They ask about 1 or 2 loads a week per person, and you just have to go up and sign up for a time. So bring a laundry bag to carry your stuff up with. The laundry is on deck 9, and I lived on deck 5, so I had to carry all of my stuff up there. So having a laundry bag to bring all of my stuff around with was really important. So one of these guys. And then some other things you may not think about, I brought a mesh washing bag, and then we didn't have any dryer sheets available, and I had thrown these in last time and I used them every single time, just some dryer balls, or if you want to bring some dryer sheets just to help reduce some of the static in your laundry. There is detergent that's provided on board. It is a really strong and kind of harsh deodorant. So if you have really sensitive skin, I would recommend maybe bringing some of your own detergent sheets with you, or whatever you want to do for that. It is a very strong detergent, and the washers are a little bit hard on your clothes. So make sure you're bringing clothes that are going to be able to stand up to being washed multiple times. Any clothes that I wore outside of the ship immediately went in the laundry. There was no re-wearing those things again. So you are going to be washing your clothes a fair bit. Some other things that are nice just to have in your room with you that can make it feel a little bit more homey. Bring a nice cozy blanket. It will add a bit of color to your room. Everything is very gray in what they give you. Your duvet, gray. Your pillow, gray. Your towels, gray. So having something that will break up the color a little bit can be really nice. Also, if you go watch movies with friends in the lounge, having a blankie to snuggle underneath also comes in handy. Another thing that's nice is having these little foldable storage bins that you can put your different things in and organize your closet a little bit better. There's plenty of storage on the Global Mercy, not the case for Africa Mercy. You have to have a little bit less stuff if you're going on the AFM. But as far as organizing that storage, it's a little bit difficult. You just kind of have open shelves, a few places to hang. So these can come in super handy just to organize your things a little bit better for you. I got these ones at IKEA. They're nice, they fold down, and they're super packable. So these are not a must, but they are nice to have. Another thing that is really nice to have, and I would say probably a must, is some magnets. Every single thing is magnetic on the ship. So these are magnetic hooks that I have in here, so I can hang some stuff up on the walls if I need to. I also would bring a big thing of magnets so I can hang up pictures or whatever on the wall. Everything's magnetized. There are some that will be available for you in the ship shop, but it's nice if you can just get them a little bit cheaper before you go. Okay, so some other random bits and bobs for you. If you're working on the wards, they will give you a lanyard to keep your badge on, and you'll have to have your badge on you at all times when you're outside of your room because it's your key card, so you'll get locked out if you don't have it. So you'll always have your badge with you, and they'll give you a lanyard, but personally when I'm working, I don't like to have my badge dangling anywhere. So if you want to, you can bring a cute little badge reel with you. That way you have it up, it's out of the way and not dangling down. They do have some badge rails that are for sale on the ship, but they're pretty simple. There's like blue little round ones. So bringing your own badge reel, if you have a few extra laying around or you want to get a cute little one to take with you, I would recommend. Even if you don't work on the wards as a nurse and you don't want to be wearing a lanyard all the time, just bring a cute little badge reel. So other things to maybe bring, again, not a must, but are nice, is, I did this last time, is bring a couple stickers. Every single person is given a Nalgene when you arrive on the ship. And I think there's maybe like 2 or 3 colors that everyone gets. So I put these on my water bottle so it didn't get confused with anybody else's. Just was an easy way to make it identifiable. You can write your name on there in a Sharpie, but it will rub off. If you can find someone with a label maker to put your name on, that's great, but this adds a little bit of your own personality and makes your water bottle identifiable to other people. As a ward nurse, if you're working night shift, when you do your chart checks, they need to be done in red. If you work in the States and you're used to having electronic charting, we don't have that. We only have paper charting, and every night we do 24-hour chart checks. So we go through and check all the orders and everything, and you have to sign it off in red so it's clear that you did that. So bring a red pen. There will be some that are available on the ward, but it's nice just to have your own to make sure that you always have one with you, especially on your night shifts. And then I just have a folder that I'll take all of my immigration, my visa paperwork, and all of that stuff with me. So that will come with me. And then I just have some highlighters that I'll use for journaling, doing my devotions or whatever I need these for. So I'll take some of those things with me as well. So I would recommend bringing your own journal. There are Bibles available in every cabin. If you can't fit one in or you don't have one, there is one there. But if you want your own personal Bible, I would recommend bringing that so you can do your own devotions and your own study time as well. Okay, some other bits and bobs that are just nice to have. These aren't nice to have. Bring these. Bring bug stuff. Malaria is absolutely awful in Sierra Leone. While I was there the first 3 months of the field service, we had like 100 cases of malaria in our patients that we were taking care of. It is rampant. So bring your anti-malarials. Please take those every single day or however they are instructed, but also bring some bug spray. I just got these wipes that are a little bit easier for me to pack. But bring bug spray, bring wipes, and make sure they have DEET in them so they're actually going to work and fend off the mosquitoes. Don't bring like the natural bug spray. It's just not going to be strong enough. So bring you some good quality bug spray. This is something that I like having with me. There is coffee, tea, water, and then a few other drinks that are available for you to purchase in the ship shop. But mainly I was drinking water, and I want to have something a little bit different than that every once in a while. So bringing little flavor packets or those flavor mixes helps break that up a little bit. So this is something I'm definitely taking with me again. One of our favorite things to do in the evening is to go up and play games with other people. It's a great way to get to know people and to spend some good time on the ship. So if you have a favorite game that you want to bring, pack that in there as well. It's a great way to get to know people, and you get to learn all sorts of new games from people coming from all over the world. So throw that in there. As far as tech things that you need to bring with you, I would definitely recommend bringing a laptop if you have one, or an iPad at least. There are computers available for your use up on deck 9, but you have to sit and log in, and it's not a very comfy space if you need to do a lot of computer work. So I would recommend bringing that with you, if only just to even watch movies and stuff in your room. And then I'm going to be bringing an e-reader with me so that I have all of my books on there. There is a library on the ship that you can go and rent books from, but I like to have the ones that I like, so I'll have my e-reader with me as well. There are lounges all over the GLM that you can rent and then watch movies together with your friends. But in order to have movies play on the TV, you need to have an HDMI cord that will connect that to your laptop. If you have a Mac, an adapter piece to connect it to your laptop or your phone, whatever you're going to be watching on. And then you'll need a Bluetooth speaker to let the sound play. I don't know why they don't all work together, but you'll need this guy as well. Also nice if you're like out on the beach or something, or hanging out with your friends and you want a little speaker to listen to. And then bring your headphones. You're living in a cabin with somebody else. They don't want to hear all your stuff playing. So bring your headphones, whatever kind that you like, so that you can watch and listen to your own stuff without bothering your cabin mate too much. As far as toiletries go, there are going to be some basic toiletries available for you for purchase in the ship shop on board. But if you have specific products or skincare that you like to use, I would recommend packing those and bringing those with you. You're not going to have more than probably one option of soap, shampoo, or those kinds of things available to you. So please bring what's going to work best for you. Same for period products. You're going to have one option of those available to you. So please bring whatever it is that you're going to need to be comfortable. To buy things in the ship shop, you need to have money in your crew bank. Everything is cashless on board. It'll just get deposited into your account, and then you'll use your ID card to pay for things. And actually, the best way to put your money in the crew bank is a check. If you're from my generation, you may not even have a checkbook. But if you have a checkbook mine is literally from high school when I opened my bank account, bring some checks with you. It's literally the easiest way for you to put money into your account or to have cash with you. You can put money into your account and then they will convert it and give you local currency. And then you'll also have money to spend on board the ship. So on the ship, you have the ship shop that you can purchase things in. There will be items from some of the crew who are selling things that they made to make a little bit of additional money for themselves. There will be some snacks and some food and some basic baking and cooking items. There is also a cafe where you can buy your tea, your coffee. If you're a big coffee drinker, you can bring a mug. You have to bring a mug to the cafe, which usually you can just grab from downstairs in the galley. But if you want your own and that's something you're going to be going to a lot, you can bring your own mug with you. Or you can purchase tea, soda, whatever that they have available at the time. Can't guarantee what sodas they will have. And some little snacks and treats up there. I absolutely love serving with Mercy ships. Clearly, I'm going back again for another service. Hopefully this video is helpful for you in figuring out the kind of things that you need to pack. Leave your questions below. Hopefully I can get back to you and answer anything in specifics for you. But I hope you have the absolute best time serving aboard Mercy ships and get to see the amazing work that we get to do. Have a great day.